Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about a new palette. This one is by Makeup Revolution and it's called Flawless 3 Resurrection. This is how the packaging looks like. Very shiny. I have previously had one of these Makeup Revolution palettes that has 32 pans, and the problem with that one was that colors were very similar to one another, so I thought that there is no point on buying a palette with multiple pans if the colors are the same in all the pans. But in this one the colors were so different and there is a really nice range, and this is the reason why I decided to buy it and share it with you guys. This is a very cheap palette. This one retails for £8 in UK. You can buy it now from Tam Beauty. I don't think it's in the shops yet because it's very new, but it will be. I think Superdrug does them. So I am going to talk about packaging, price, diversity, size, color range. I am going to compare this palette with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette because although there are more shades here, I think that they tried to copy the Anastasia one, and there is a match for every single color from the Anastasia palette in this palette. So I'm gonna swatch them for you side by side so that you can see a comparison and make up your mind. I used this palette today on my eyes and I will give you a closer look. It actually came out really nice, a nice combination of colors. I would say that the colors are, some of them are pigmented, some are not, which is absolutely fine for the price you're paying. But those that are pigmented are very pigmented and very good. In terms of blendability, I think some of them blended easily. The darker colors were a bit harder to blend. I don't know, I think if you are a beginner, you are going to struggle a little bit, maybe. That's why I think that if you are a beginner, you should definitely go for a more expensive product so that you don't get disappointed that you can't blend it in a flawless way. But I'm gonna give you a closer look and you're gonna see how my makeup looks today. So the palette comes in this pink box. You have the colors on the back of the palette, of the packaging, but unfortunately they don't match the actual colors. I don't even understand why would you put them on the back if they don't match with the colors in the pans. The actual palette is a very beautiful one. It's a golden rose color and it's got like a mirror effect kind of thing. It catches all the possible fingerprints in the world, so I'm just gonna show you. So can you see how it just, yeah, it catches all the fingerprints. When you open the palette, you have a wonderful big mirror. I will show that to you. Here we go. It is a very beautiful big mirror, very useful for traveling. You also get one of these leaflets kind of things, and you have the names of the colors on them, which is useful. This is the kind of thing that you can lose. I don't know, I might actually stick it on the back. I think that makes sense to me. Because I don't like to have this flimsy thing in the palette. I would much rather have it somewhere else. I will show you a closer look of the colors now. I know this side of the palette looks very similar, but this row over here, they all shimmers, and these are all mattes. So I'm going to swatch every single row on my hand, and I'm going to tell you which colors are the most pigmented ones and the ones that are not as good, and then I will show you a comparison between this palette and the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I have the first row swatched on my hand, and I will show you the row. It starts from the whitest one and then it ends here with a grayish color tone. I swatched them twice because I wanted you to see the actual colors. I wanted you to actually understand what colors you're gonna get. Out of this row, the colors that were the softest, the easiest to work with, and the most pigmented were the color Contact, Renewal, and Restore. The second row, it's a beautiful row. It's got shimmers. Every single one of them is beautiful. They're not super intense, the kind of shimmers that you put on your hand and you're like, whoa, this is super duper shimmery. They are very beautiful, that's what I can say. The shade Revitalize, it's got glitter, like actual glitter in it, which I don't really like because as you blend it on your lid, normally all the glitter normally will fall on your cheek, but I don't know, I didn't try it, but that's what I'm expecting from it. I mean, you get a really beautiful range here and some beautiful colors. You get bronzy shades, peachy shades, more yellowish tones, a silver one, and a dark purple one. They are really nice. I used the shimmers on the inner corners of my eyes and I think that they did perform really well. I used the color Reactivate, and this one is a beautiful silver shimmer. These are the swatches. You get here some beautiful matte shades, very pigmented, and you also get two satin pearly shades, which are these two over here. So in this row, the most pigmented were the colors Triumph, Back, and Recharge. The shade Recharge and Time have a satin pearly finish, not shimmery but satin pearly, very beautiful. These are the only two with this formula in this row, the rest of them are all matte. And this is the last row in this palette. The best colors in this row were Story, Based On, Believing, and In. The last row in this palette is the most controversial one. We've got a color that doesn't even show up. This is the worst color in this palette, and this is the purple one over here. When I looked on the website, I was really excited about this one and I really wanted to see how it would perform, but it's really bad. It's the worst in this palette. Even like light shades, they don't perform as bad as this one. On the other hand, you get some really beautiful shades starting from here to here that are so pigmented and so smooth, and I only needed one swatch for these, so I didn't even have to do two swatches for you to see the color. Another good thing about this palette is that you get so many shades for your eyebrows. I did my eyebrows using this palette today, but you get so many shades, brownie, grayish, beigey colors that could work really good on your eyebrows. One thing that I would mention though is that the colors, some of them are very smooth and nice. When I put my finger into them, they're very soft. The product is easy to pick up. However, sometimes when I do the swatch, it's like I get clumps of color. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm just gonna bring it closer to you and you're gonna see what I mean. If you can see what I mean, it's like pieces, little pieces of pigment that should really, they should kind of, I don't know, blend when I do a swatch, but they don't, they kind of pop out. So I swatched every single one of the colors that I thought that were similar from the Makeup Revolution palette and the Anastasia one. So I've put them side by side. The first color is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and then it's the Makeup Revolution one, and it goes on like this for all of them. First one is always for Anastasia palette. And then again, the first color, it's the Anastasia one, second Makeup Revolution, Anastasia Makeup Revolution. So overall I can say that every single color has a match from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and if it's not an exact match, it's a very close match. So if you were thinking about buying this palette but you don't know if you're gonna like this shade, you could possibly buy this palette and see if you like working with these shades. You can definitely make the same looks with this palette as with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. The only thing is that it will be a bit harder to blend, and sometimes you will have to put more layers on, but that's fine. If you know what you're doing with eyeshadows, you should be fine. I think that for £8 this is a palette that is worth buying. I think that it's very versatile. I think you can create a lot of looks with it. I think my look today is quite nice. It's up to you really if you like it or not, but compared to other palettes that they have, I think this one is very versatile and it has a lot of shades, and it has both shimmers and mattes and deeper shades and lighter shades. I don't think I've mentioned this, but in this palette you get 32 pans, and in total you get 20 grams of product, which means each pan contains 0.625 grams. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment down below. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye!